Hi guys. Can I see your smile? I had to ask Mateo to calm down because we've been trying to record this video really quickly before we leave.
In 10 minutes.
10 minutes have gone by. And we haven't been able to because somebody's a little hyper. Somebody's a little cuckoo and it's not me this time.
Yeah.
Alright, so introduce yourself. My name is Catalina. You can call me Cat.
And my name is Teo. You can call me
Teo.
Teo.
Yeah, we call him Teo for short. Alright, we
Shots.
wanted to just tell you what you can expect from your experience pack when you get that from me. And that's going to be the first one, which is a staple usually in my experience packs. Okay, thank you, baby. And then, yep, I'm going to show them all that. Okay, go watch the TV, and then as soon as I'm finished, we'll go. What? Just use the little remote.
Oh yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Okay, I don't know what to tell you. Find it. Okay, so that is life working from home. I'm really stressed. No, I'm fine. Okay, so before I get into the ketones, I just wanted to share with you something that I like to include in your packets. It's really important that you understand that you need to stay hydrated. When you're doing something new, anything you're doing, a fitness, a routine, new meals, anything like that, water is a very important factor. But it is especially important when you're doing your ketones because you're going to notice that you're going to be going to the bathroom, like peeing a little bit extra because the ketones are flushing out through your system, and I don't want you to get dehydrated. So the first thing that you'll notice I always typically will include is normally I like to include, I have to cover the glare so you can see this. These are electrolyte tablets. And I'll put like there's 2 in here, and I'll put like 2 packets in your experience pack when I ship it out. Or I like to include the Propel powder. And either one of these, you can get them on Amazon, Walmart, Target, Rite Aid, CVS. Super inexpensive and very great to have, especially if you're starting to do workouts as well, like as you're going through here. You just need to stay hydrated, okay? Super important, especially if you're looking to get a physical change in your body. You're going to stop if you start getting a headache. And if you're getting a headache, it's likely because you're dehydrated. So have these in your arsenal. So I include a few free ones in your packet, but it's important that you go out and pick these up. Again, any pharmacy, just basically anywhere. Okay, so a couple of staples that I like to include in every 10-pack experience are the OS's. Sometimes I have the chocolate Swiss. This is kind of a hit or miss. Sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't. But I always do include the Orange Dream. But this Orange Dream has MCT oil in it. So I'm going to talk about it right away because I don't want you to start with this one. So I'm going to talk about it first because this is the one I do not want you to start with. So this Orange Dream is phenomenal to help with appetite suppressant because what it does, it satiates you, so it helps you feel fuller, longer. But because of the MCT oil, if you haven't had MCT oil in the past, which is basically enriched coconut oil, then it could upset your stomach. So I don't want you to try this one until maybe day 4 or 5 of trying the other ketones first, okay? And I want you to do half a packet in the morning and then half in the afternoon. And you can do it with water. I actually like the orange better with seltzer water. Just a plain seltzer water works really good. It gives it kind of like a soda, like a flavored soda water feel. With plain water, it can, I don't know, I don't really like the flavor at all when it's just plain water, and some people like it with milk. You know, you're going to try your own thing. If you don't like it with the seltzer water, which is what I recommend first, then try it with, I guess, milk or water, okay? So you're going to, just like any of them, you're going to just shake it up a little bit. Sorry about this light. You're going to shake it up a little bit, just like this. Don't do this, because if you do this, then when you open it, like all this powder is going to come out. So just like kind of mix it till it gets to the bottom. Open it up. I like to open up halfway, and then again, I'm only going to use about half a packet. I'm going to mix it into a cup of about 12 ounces or so of water, or seltzer water, okay? But again, this is like on day 4, okay, that you're going to have this one. Usually, I recommend you start, no, I am telling you, you want to start with one of the maxes. So it is very, very clearly indicated. Max, M-A-X, M-A-X, M-A-X. Any of these max formulas, flavors, are the ones that I want you to start with. A couple of reasons. The first reason is that they're usually the better formulas flavor-wise. So taste-wise, I tend to get a lot of positive reviews about these, and I personally do love these two. These are my 2 top favorites. And also, they're maxes because they have extra ketones, about 30% more exogenous ketones in these packets than the original formula, which is the OS. So the OS, you'll notice, are a little bit less expensive for the bulk orders, and that's just because you get more in this than you do in this as far as ketone levels. So you open up your packet, you wake up. If you got your packet, you usually get a little card with some first steps, which I'm not going to tell you what they are because you should be getting it and reading it, and then once you do that or you get that in your hands, you're gonna know what you're supposed to do. And it's kind of like my little test to see who is going to get started on the right track. So I'm not gonna say what I want you to do yet or in this video, but I typically want you to start the very next morning. So if you get it midday, even if you get it by 11 o'clock in the morning, I want you to just hang out, hold up, and start the next morning, okay? So you're gonna wake up, you're gonna be mad excited, you're gonna drink water, chug water, okay, first thing in the morning. 8 ounces is a minimum, 16 ounces is ideal, and once you've got that water in your system, then you're going to, again, kind of just put all the powder in the bottom, all right? You'll get a shaker cup, put about 12 ounces of water in that shaker cup, and then slowly open this up, and then pour half of the powder in there. Fold this up. I like to use a paper clip to keep it folded so that it doesn't open, and I throw it right in my purse, okay? You're going to shake that shaker cup, and you don't have to chug it. Actually, if it's your first week, I don't even recommend you chug it. You know, just drink it within 15, 20, 30 minutes, and then text me. And you're going to say, hey, just had my first half of the ketones. You're going to tell me what flavor you got, and then 2 hours later, or within an hour or 2 later, I want to hear from you. Set an alarm, and you're going to let me know how you're starting to feel, what you're starting to feel. Some people feel energy right away. Now, the energy, let's talk about that really quickly. Hydroxycut, have you had it? I have. Double black eye, purple eye, red eye, blue eye. I don't know what it's called. Starbucks coffee, where it's like double shot of espresso. And you get kind of jittery sometimes from all that caffeine. That kind of energy is not what you're going to get from these ketones. It is not that pre-workout jitters where you start feeling all this weird stuff happening on your face or your fingers. Nope. In fact, the reason why I think it's important that we stay in contact throughout the day is that you're going to start to feel energy, but it's not like a kickstart energy. It's more of a sustained energy that lasts throughout the day. So sometimes people are like, man, I'm not feeling anything, because that's what happened to me. And then I'm like, okay, so talk about what you're doing today. And then the next thing you know, you start telling me like 3 or 4 different things that you're more focused on, that you have more mental clarity on, that you have this energy to do. And you're like, holy crap, I guess I do feel something. So it's really important to just stay in contact, because I want to hear those stories, because those are wins for me too, you know? And again, I had that happen to me where I took my first packet and then I sat there, just waited. I was watching TV and I was waiting. I was waiting to feel this like of energy, and it never happened. So I was like, "F this! Let me get up and just start doing what I gotta do." And I started cleaning. I started doing this. I started doing like 4 or 5 different things back to back. Boom, 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 boom. And I get a call from my best friend. And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know about these ketones. Not really sure about this energy thing. I'm not sure if I'm really feeling anything." She's like, "Kat, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm cleaning the toilet." She's like, "What'd you do?" I was like, "Oh, I cleaned the whole family room, and I dusted, and now I'm just cleaning the bathroom." And she's like, "Kat?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's 11 o'clock." And I think that day I woke up like at 8. And so an hour after my first ketones was 9, and I started with this one. Yeah. Totally didn't realize that I was just like uber focused. I was boom, 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 boom. And she knew my routine, so that's why she was like, "Yeah, that's not Kat." So yeah. So that's your first day. So your first day, you take a half a packet in the morning, and then usually when you have your slump, everybody is different, but typically between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m., you kind of start having that like energy dip. That's when I want you to have that second packet. And if you're not really sure when yours happens, a good rule of thumb is 2 o'clock. Around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, have your second packet. Again, same thing. Just put the powder inside 12 ounces of water, shake that up, and just drink it. I don't recommend doing anything later than 4 o'clock for anybody who works a typical 9 to 5 or anything like that, because especially the ketones that I send, I usually send caffeinated ketones, and I don't want you to stay up late. I don't want you struggling to get to bed when you're supposed to be getting to bed. So that's day 1. As far as eating, you can eat when you are actually physically hungry. So first thing in the morning is have your ketones on day 1, and then plan on having your first meal when you're actually hungry. Now, a lot of us eat on routine. A lot of us just eat to eat when we're bored or stressed or feeling emotional about something or sleepy and tired. So I want you to be self-aware. That is a big thing that we're going to work on throughout your journey, is becoming very self-aware of what your body actually wants and doesn't want. Even when you get a bulk order of your ketones, because you're going to get hooked. I mean, I'm telling you right now, it's like already a for sure thing. Once you get these in your hand, you want it. But I don't want you to feel like you are supposed to drink it every single day of the week. Drink it when you need it, which is typically, when your kids have a really busy day of activities and when you're at work. So eat when you're hungry. It's probably going to be, I don't know, maybe 2-3 hours after you've had your ketones, depending on you. And before you do eat and feed your face, I want you to drink 8 ounces of water first. And that is with anything. Whenever you feel hungry, especially if you're stressed, tired, or emotional about something, drink water first, because many of the times we can avoid shoving junk in our face or even too much healthy food in our face by drinking some water, because we're probably thirsty. Okay? So day 1, boom. Now, day 2, I want you to go ahead and you can have another Max formula, or you can go ahead, if you have the chocolate swirl, go ahead and have the chocolate swirl. Either way, I want you to, again, do another half a pack in the morning after your morning glass of water, okay? Now this one, you'll notice, this one says caffeine free. So I do have these, and I actually do have the caffeine free one because I like to double up. It's a personal thing. I work late. I work from home, so there are many times where I have to wake up at 5 a.m. to get my personal time in, to get me, my journaling, my meditation, my workout in. Then I have mom duties throughout the day, and then at night I typically do my videos, check in on the girls, whatever. So I'll do a caffeine-free one just because it keeps me focused, it keeps me mentally going, but it doesn't mess with my sleep. If you are the type of person that's maybe caffeine sensitive and you just specifically want caffeine-free stuff, I do need to heads up, because I typically only have one formula caffeine-free. in my arsenal for shipment. So that's usually kind of like a special order thing that we have to work out. Anyway, so day 2, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do a half a packet of either the Max or the cacao. If you have any of the Maxes that are like a fruity flavor, so this is a Heart Tart. This one is a Splash. This one's really good. Or the Maui's. You can do any one of these with either seltzer water or regular water. Okay, if you do it with the seltzer water and you shake it in the shaker cup, just be expecting to like have like that pressure from the bubbles. Okay. If you're doing anything that says chocolate, anything that says chocolate, which will be the swirl, the cacao, and the ivy, it's actually green because it's a mint to it. But I recommend this one, these 3. I recommend these with water. They just taste better. I think it's the word chocolate in it, and mint. It just kind of has like that chocolate thing trigger in my mind. And when I mix it with water, it's kind of weird. It's off. So with milk, mix it with milk. And that's what I recommend. So for day 1 and day 2, always just use half a packet. Okay? Let's get to day 3. So day 3 comes around. Now I want you to start switching things up a little bit. Okay? I want you to have your cup of water in the morning. And then you can have your ketones first thing. Or you can have half of this keto cream in your coffee or tea. So when you make your tea, if you're a tea lover with creamer, this is basically your creamer replacement. Coffee, same thing. This is sweet. So if you're not accustomed to sweet things, it's going to be a little bit of a taste shock to you. It was for me. I never was able to, and I still don't use a full packet. Because the sweetness level is just way too high for me, but also because I like to do intermittent fat fasting. So an intermittent fat fasting is just your body starting its day out using just a healthy, an ultra healthy fat in the morning to allow your body to, 1, burn off the carbs that you already have in your body, and 2, to start fueling itself with fat fuel. And so when you start your day with something like this, which is the ketones, the healthy fat, the keto cream, you will help yourself in this intermittent fasting. I will talk a little bit more about intermittent fasting in a separate video, but just know I want you to try that on day 3. So you, again, open it up. You'll put it in your coffee or your tea, typical size that you always have, and stir that baby up. If you do not stir it, it's going to get clumpy and look weird. And then when you get a clump of it, it's going to be like, ooh, sweet. So I like to mix it in my NutriBullet, Ninja Bullet. And it works out really, really good. Mix it up, and then I just fold it over. Use the paperclip trick to keep it, nice and closed. And then I have this for tomorrow, an extra pack for tomorrow. If you do that, so if you do in the morning, do your water, and then do the keto cream first. Then about an hour later, I want you to have your first ketones. So whether it's a Max, an OS, whatever, have it about an hour after your coffee because you're probably not even hungry at that point. If you are, hey, everybody's body is different. But the point is to start helping you become aware of your body and not just eat just because you're used to eating in the morning, but actually eat when you are hungry, when your body's like, okay, I need some food. Okay? And then on day 3, you can do a half a packet, or you'll do a full pack. We'll actually make that decision together when we talk, because again, you're going to talk to me on day 1, talk to me on day 2, and then talk to me on day 3. So on that morning of day 3, we're going to decide, hey, should you use a full packet or should you use a half a packet on that day? Okay? Now comes day 4. Day 4 is when you can start looking at this bad boy. So again, maybe mix it with water. I mean milk. I don't use anything but almond milk, or I also like oat milk. It is higher in carbs, but it has a lot of fiber, and it's just something that I'm used to, so I do use that one too. And again, you can only use half a packet in the morning and then half a packet in the afternoon, again around 2 o'clock. So those are the staples. These are typically the staples in your packets, right? So this, or this. Like I mix up the maxes. Just because I like to have fun with the formulas. So as you see, I try to like have a little bit of different stuff. These are in there all the time. And then these are bonus things that I recommend that you just pick up. And they're really inexpensive and they're game changers. Things to take note of and wrap everything up with. Sorry, I thought that was something else. If you are receiving your packet from me, you're also getting a hacker's guide. It is important you keep that close to you. It talks about starting with half and half a packet every, first couple of days. It talks about hydrating, talks about intermittent fasting a little bit, and talks about electrolytes. They actually talk about what to eat. And I don't want anyone to drastically change your diet right away, but I do need you to start incorporating things. So the first thing that is ideal is MCT oil. Again, you can pick that up at like a Walmart, a ShopRite. It's pretty inexpensive, and you're gonna start adding that to. I like to add it just to like my salads, or if I'm cooking something, I'll just add it like right when I'm cooking, in the middle of cooking, like. Especially if it's meat, like I'll just add it right toward the end. Another thing is spinach. Add some spinach to your life. You want to get magnesium, potassium. You want these electrolytes, and you'll also notice a lot of people notice that they feel they worry about the sodium content. So you'll see the sodium content is 40% on the max there, 30% there. What's the less? Sodium 59%. So there's a reason for it, and that is because again, since you're going to need to hydrate more, you're going to be losing water. The sodium is going to help you replenish your water. So it's important for you to have this sodium inside these babies, okay? And it's gonna flush right out of you, like literally flush right out of you. So don't freak out about that. But with that being said, please consult your physician with any diet change, supplementing. If you're being treated for liver cancer, sure. Kidneys, anything of that sort. You should always talk to your doctor. Just let them know, hey, this is something new that I'm trying. I can get you the nutritional facts in the back if you need that for your doctor. That's not a problem at all. I guess that's really what I wanted to just wrap up with. Again, I apologize if it was hard to hear me with this kid behind me, but I was really just wanting to get this video out there, and I've been procrastinating because I could never find a quiet time. So I just decided to just do it, right? Anything else? That's really about it that I think I want to talk to you about as of right now. I don't want to keep this longer anymore, but if you have questions, please make sure you ask them. If I happen to not get back to you right away, it's either because I'm driving, or because Mateo has my phone, or because I'm just in the middle of something and have my phone off, like whether it's like meditating, journaling, or exercising, because I put my phone on airplane mode for those kinds of things, so I can just focus on me. But I will get the message and I will get back to you, okay? And if you see that my Facebook or IG posts something and you ask me a question and you're like, what the heck? She's posting on social media, but she hasn't answered me this question. Actually, that's not really true. It's not that I'm ignoring you. It's just that I sometimes preset some stuff to post on social media, so I don't even have to be on social media at the moment when it's posting. I know, pretty cool, right? But I feel like it confuses people because they're like, "Oh, Kat, I see you're online. Answer me." And I'm like, and then like an hour later, I'm like, "Oh shoot, I wasn't sorry." So just throwing that out there. I'm totally like, you guys don't understand. I feel really honored and really excited, honestly, to just be like the person that you're coming to for your first experience, because I know this is relatively new. So I know you have a lot of questions and concerns. So it's important to me to be able to share that with you. All right, I will talk to you soon, and excited for your results, excited for your experience, and yeah, that's about it. All right, bye.